Oh, look at this.
Streamer.
Okay, so you can turn your stream on YouTube and then select the broadcast.
Hey, we're in there. As far as I'm aware.
LOL. 430, 64
We
clean.
did. Okay. Can I do this intro real quick, y'all?
Yeah, let me.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What is up, everybody? This is the $100 million AI acquisition live. Welcome to the live stream. You have been asking, how are we generating so much traction with AI? And I keep saying, I'll show you. What do you want to know about acquisitions? What do you want to know about deal sourcing? The beauty of this system is it's industry agnostic. Any industry that needs to do business development, anybody who needs client, which means you, whether you're working with marketing agencies, whether you're working with home service companies, whether you're working with solar companies, whether you're working with a mom and pop shop down the street, everybody needs client acquisition. And this is the AI acquisition system that we spent 2 years building, $300,000, and we've already been generating millions of dollars in pipeline. We've been sharing all of this on YouTube, sharing all of this on LinkedIn, and y'all keep saying, hey, are you sure this is real? Hey, are you scamming us? And I'm like, no, why would I do that? What is the benefit? We are not some random YouTube gurus who just try to teach you something or sell you a course. We are the people who actually work with multi-million-dollar businesses to implement these systems to help them grow. We happen to use this for business owners who want to sell their business. We put these systems in place to help them increase their value so that they can sell for even more money. And we use this for buyers to deal source and find business owners who want to sell. That's the niche that we are in. We are all about acquisitions, right? Mergers and acquisitions, it's the business of buying and selling businesses. It's the biggest game you can play. But if you're here, it's because you want to see everything behind the scenes. You want to see us pop open the hood and show you exactly how we're running our AI acquisition system, how we're having the conversations with business owners, how do we even get them scheduled in the first place, what's going on in these conversations, how we're thinking about making our offers, how do we actually close deals and put these systems in place in the business. So you're going to get to see everything over these 30 days for exactly how we are building a $100 million pipeline live. Whatever questions you have, whatever you want to do while you're here hanging out with us, drop those questions in the comments. Feel free to participate. This is your opportunity to have direct access to us. And if you want to continue hanging out with the community, click on the school link below. We have a free community for everybody who joins these lives. There's already 1,600 people in this community, and we want you to get to participate with us as we build a billion-dollar business portfolio, buy, scale, and sell 100 AI-powered businesses, and fund regenerative communities worldwide. It all starts here with us hanging out, real people, just doing the thing we do all day, every day. So to us, this is just like another Tuesday, Wednesday, I guess, October 1st. But for you, this is your behind-the-scenes reveal. From October 1st to October 30th, we're going to show every single thing for you live every day. Groovy. With that being said, I'm going to introduce some of our great participants here, my good friends. Let me go ahead and see if I can not run into technical difficulties and share my screen with ya. And Harrison, you get the spotlight. Look at that.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Welcome to the team. This is, whoa, your face is like, let me see if I can.
I'm right here.
You want to share this link so we can start posting it?
Yeah. It's like,
I'm watching on YouTube.
Oh, it's already up. It's already up.
Oh, yeah.
I could go find
It's
it.
live.
we're like super zoomed in.
Live.
Your face.
Oh, I see you. You are live right now.
Can you see the full face? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. Is it still showing my face? Oh yeah, the program screen. So I'm messing with the preview screen still. I don't know how to change program screens. Let's see if I can switch to studio mode. Oh, did that do it? No, this is still.
Oh, there I am. Pardon me.
Just a little part of your face. Yeah, for some.
Well, I guess I got the screen.
It's like super.
Welcome everybody.
Yes, Virgil, make sure you have your chat next to you.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. First, I want to make sure. First, I want to make sure that the screen's not just showing this little tiny corner
So,
of Harrison's face. It's like
are
super
you
zoomed in.
managing like different scenes instead of sources?
No, it's once it's the source. It's just the source is super zoomed in, and it wasn't like this when I was testing just before we
Just
started.
you can touch on the like can you share your screen?
Yes, sir. You see screen two. Everybody gets to see the behind the scenes of me fumbling around with this.
Oh yeah. Just make it smaller to fit like the actual like everything. So as you can see there. No, the other one. There. The
This one?
the blue one.
This one.
Yes, just make it smaller.
Oh, look, see tech support. I love that.
What is the other scene that is below?
There's just other sources. We're not switching
Oh, okay.
scenes.
Okay.
Okay. With
Just
that
make
being,
sure if you open
yeah,
those.
we should be good now. Everybody can see
Yeah,
your
just
screen.
make sure
There we go.
it just fits. Yeah.
Okay. And Enrique, if you want to share your face too. Thank you guys for
Oh,
your
yeah.
patience in this little technical setup that we had to figure out real quick. But here we go. We're ready to rock. We got Harrison, we got Sam, we got Enrique. Some quick
up?
introductions. I'm gonna let you all introduce yourselves, but first I'm gonna just, say my piece here. Obviously, you guys know me, Trey John Edmonds. We have been sharing everything with you behind the scenes from day one. You probably know me from the voice AI journey that we took from the very beginning, but like I've been saying from day one, I've pretty much been the agency training agencies. I am the always going for the highest leverage activity, and that's where we found acquisition. It's the game of buying and selling businesses, and I've just walked you through that whole journey, right? Deal sourcing to operating for equity to selling businesses for a percentage to then work with holding companies to buy more businesses, to participate for more equity and sell bundled up businesses so we can eventually buy businesses. You already know that's what we do. Building the systems, teaching people to make their own offers, to close deals, whether it's marketing, sales, or the AI systems themselves. I'm your boy. Fortunately, I have found 3 other freaking geniuses that are also right here aligned and super dedicated to making this possible because we all genuinely care about the work we do. We care about each other and we care about these business owners that we work with. We see that there's a huge opportunity to make sure people don't die without ever getting to actualize the value of their business and live their lives. So it's all about alignment with us and being able to find other dudes that are super dedicated and smart and willing to show up and put this effort in with us. It's a blessing for sure. So Enrique, because he's like part of Infinite X right on the team. We've partnered with Harrison and Sam at Omnera as well. So we are going to go live with you guys every day. Harrison is like also one of those super tech wizards. He's been deep in Go High Level for years. He was literally OG Go High Level. Has spent a ton of time doing data tracking, building other AI systems. He participates in AI agent competitions and dominates. This dude is the GOAT.
Yeah, let's go.
Super cool. Sam, same thing. Long background in the finance space, investing. He came to me and already knew that he wanted to be on the acquisitions wave. He's been building agents. He has that tech background, but also has a tenacity for being able to ask the right questions and drill deep on the problems and solutions that can be placed inside of these businesses. So he's great at system development, high level strategic thinking, but also drilling down to the nuance of what really matters to these business owners and how can we provide as much value as possible. And then obviously Enrique is like the wizard. He is like the super kid, can build anything in Claude, lovable, and whip it up like nobody's business. He is the automation speed runner. If there's anybody who you want to be able to whip up any sort of automation, front end, back end, like that, Enrique's your guy. And we're all here to provide some value to you guys. So I'll hand it over to Sam, Harrison, or Enrique, whoever wants to take it from here. And feel free to do a little intro and why are we here? What are we building? What are we doing?
100%. And I appreciate all those kind words. But yeah, we're at the precipice of a large opportunity. And one thing I do want to say for like future reference for people who will watch this back is that don't discount yourself on how big the opportunity is and just like leave it for other people to have access to. Um, the work that we're doing here is also to show you guys how simple and easy it can be to have success in this space, and that what you're doing right now is literally what we do. All we do is position and package it up differently. And what we're doing here as well is also going to allow you an opportunity to come sit in this vehicle with us. We're trying to have an extra long bus that we drive all the way up to the top of the mountain. So I'm so excited to show you guys behind the scenes of what we do day in and day out, and just building cool things, problems for solving very valuable problems that we find in the space, and just providing value in every single step of the way. So very excited to break all of this down for you guys and just to introduce us to the world. Because me personally, I haven't been really on the content wave, but this industry is something that you don't have to be very outward in your personality to have success. But I felt called to bring this opportunity to the forefront just because of the magnitude of the opportunity. And then I've just seen so many people being led astray by a lot of people who are posting content nowadays and don't have other people's best interests in mind. So really wanted to pull back the curtain and let you guys see all the cool things that we do, and then hopefully bring you guys on the right path.
Definitely. I started my automation agency in 2021. I quit my tech job. I started doing automation. Little did I know it would become the next big wave. Can't predict these things. But I've been biding my time, building in the background, waiting for the right team, right time, and this is the right team, right time. So we're excited to show you everything we got, show it all front and center, and hope you can learn something along the way.
Yeah.
I love that.
What you got, Enrique?
I love that.
I agree with all of you guys. I think we are on the right track, and if we can share everything that we have learned and all the pieces that we have, is going to be great for them and for us in the long run also. So yeah, super excited to be here. Super excited to just start streaming, sharing a bit more about what we do daily. This is really, really interesting, and we are in a position of like, people need to know more about this, so that's why we're streaming.
100%. Now, another thing too, I feel like a lot of people may be like confused a little bit on like what we're doing here, what they'll get out of it, because we've been a little bit ambiguous on that end. But I want to just like clarify that. Like, what are we hoping to give to everybody here? Because we want to show them behind the scenes access of what we do, but then also drop gold nuggets along the way. Don't want it to feel like a course, but to like feel like a real live reenaction of like how we live day in and day out and how we handle business. So, I mean, is there a balance of it, like between builds and business, or what are we thinking here?
Y'all are gonna get to see exactly what we do, which is we prepare leads to go into our system, which means we're doing data enrichment, cleaning up the leads. How do we structure everything to be prepared to be able to personalize our outreach as much as possible? Because everything that we're doing here is high volume and high value. That's how you create high conversion with the ultimate leverage, right? We're not just hoping that we can send 100 emails and somebody's going to reply back. No, we send 1,000 outreach messages a day over multiple channels, and we have the best contact information to send to these people. So we're not hitting gatekeepers. We're not wasting our time with tire kickers or time wasters. We are genuinely speaking to business owners running multi-million-dollar businesses, and it starts with getting the best data to put in the system. Then obviously we have the system itself. You guys, if you've been following along, you've seen me build many aspects of this system. I've been sharing that with you for years now, and I want you to have all of the pieces, so you will still get to see everything behind the scenes of our AI acquisition system, using Go High Level, using N8N, using all of our AI processes, working with Claude, working with retail to be able to make sure that we have something of extreme value. You'll get to see our super base back end. You'll get to see our lovable dashboards on the front end. How do we make this all beautiful and sexy and package it up into something nice? But really, that's the tools that we use. You'll also see and understand the psychology that we use to be able to craft the perfect outreach message that actually converts, and how do we communicate over text message or over a phone call to schedule appointments. How are we using AI to do this automatically for us, so we really just get to have the highest leverage, which is showing up on the calls with these multi-million-dollar business owners. You'll get to see live calls of the actual conversations we're having with these business owners when we meet them for the first time, and when we explore what is the best opportunity for them to be able to reach their goal, whether it's selling their business or buying a new business or growing their business. Now, our focus is on deal sourcing, right? We deal source, which means we find business owners who want to sell and we connect them with business buyers who want to buy that business. An aspect of this is also growing the business and implementing these systems for the business owners before they sell. So that's really where this is industry agnostic. Even if you're not looking to find owners who want to sell their business, you're always going to be looking for owners who want to grow in some capacity, right? So we're going to show you exactly how you can leverage these systems to find the business owners and make super sexy offers to them that will actually convert and close as a lucrative deal for both you and the owner, by showing up consistently, showing up with curiosity, and genuinely caring about the work that you're doing for these owners. Okay, so while you're here for the 30 days, what you should be walking away with is a complete understanding of how we put this data together, how we run it through our system, how we have the conversations with the owners, what is our thought process every single day behind the scenes to build up this business and to build our billion-dollar business portfolio. And you will be able to walk away with the same exact mindset and understanding of how to leverage these systems. By the end of this 30 days, we will have a beautiful product for you that you can take out of the box and leverage these same systems for yourself. Okay, so we want to show you everything that it took to build this. I mean, I can't go back and live stream the last 2 years, but we can show you the next 30 days, because at the end of this, we're going to give you a gift, a massive, massive gift, which means you can stop wasting money on ads, stop wasting your time doing cold calling, stop sending bland, boring emails, and close deals with the owners you actually want to be talking to. That is my promise. You come hang out with us, you will have the clarity on moving forward, and you'll also get to have some fun and hang out with us. So it's not going to be super formal. We're not going to be super buttoned up. This isn't going to be like agenda point number 1, 2, 3. Really, it's us hanging out, doing the things we do every day, having the conversations we have every day, and we're gonna bring you along with us. So if you've got questions, leave them in the chat. We'll make sure to get to them. Over the next 30 days, we know this is going to keep building some momentum and more people will be here. But whether it's one person or 100 people or 1,000 people, we are here to show up for you if you are here, because we love you. We're going to start working now and stop talking. Cool? All right, let's do it.
I think another part there that is important is that they'll also start to understand, like, the psychology, to understand how to position themselves.
Yep.
Because a lot of these people that I envision that is going to watch this are already selling services to small businesses or to businesses in general. And I think they focus a lot on features, not on outcomes, and they don't fully understand the outcomes that they are deriving for these businesses. Like, I read a tweet the other day, somebody said that they have a real estate receptionist for a company that saved the company about $38,000 already, and he's charging them $38 a month for it. And, like, not that there's anything wrong with that, and there's not anything wrong in, like, giving value for cheap if it works, like, business wise, but I think a lot of people are shortchanging themselves for the amount of work that they're doing and for the value that they bring to their clients. So being able to position yourself with authority rather than just using commoditized terms like AI automation agency, even a generalized AI consultant, because I don't even see myself that way. AI is just a tool that we use. I'm definitely tool agnostic myself. I use what is best. And currently, I believe that AI is one of the better tools to be able to utilize. And along with N8N and Go High Level, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think what other people will learn during this time as well is to not shortchange themselves, to not discount the value that they truly bring to businesses. And hopefully that we can bring them clarity on how to position themselves to get the most value at the end of the day.
I love that. What Sam just told y'all is you don't need to be cheap. You are valuable and you deserve all of the money because you've been showing up. And this is the most valuable skill that we can have if you position yourself right. And we want to make sure that you can walk away doing that. All right. Easy money. We're live. Sam, are we doing some data enrichment stuff right now, or what are we working on?
Yeah, we are working on that. I'm putting the links in my bio currently.
we're still on marketing promotion mode.
Well, this is the first time we got the link now, so now I feel like it's going to be the same link just to your profile, that they could just like go and like.
If you send them to the school community, that is where I'll drop the new live stream link every day.
You're right.
Live stream link
You're
is gonna
right.
change.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do that then.
Send the school. All right.
And then I'll pull up where we're at with data enrichment. But we were talking about some cool things there earlier before we got on live.
Yeah.
Harrison, like,
Yeah.
what in our campaign, like, let's just talk about like, because
let's overview what we did yesterday. We
can.
So we launched campaign yesterday. Tristan and Enrique launched last week. How many appointments did you set last week?
We had 12.
Yeah.
And like, what was the enterprise value of that?
Totaled up, we had a 50 million, a 24 million, a 3 million, a 5 million, another 1.5 million. I'm not doing the math right now, just so you know. But all in all, I mean, just with those ones I just dropped, I mean, that's already like...
That's close to 50.
That's like 90.
75, 80. Yeah.
That's like 90, yeah.
90,
25 and 50 between just 75. 2 of them is already 75, and then a bunch of like little smaller ones. So already 90 million in pipeline value just from those appointments last week.
So we have to reset. Because now we're already over 100 million with the campaign that we ran. Yeah, you're right.
Today's
right.
It's 100 million per week. 100 million per week.
I woke up to 3 appointments this morning that were booked, and I believe so. We had a 10 million IT firm. I had a 1.4 million roofing company that just came through, and then I think a 6 million pest control company that came through this morning, and then yesterday it was essentially like the same, and that was on a very small prompt, very small lead list. I think we only sent it out to 500 leads or so, and that means that, and that's just off the first copy, Spintax copy, because we're letting the agent roam free. So we're well on our way this month, for the month of October, to hit our goal and have these conversations. But yeah, I wanted to also like break down like the channels we use, how we go about it, and why. Well, they can infer that also just from the when we start talking about data. So from a data perspective, what are the things that we saw in our campaign that we want to add on and bolt on from a visualization standpoint? For me personally, I started to see, I wanted reports that came back to me to let me know exactly the people that I should probably follow up with that haven't responded back to the AI after they have responded. And then I also wanted to, like, because all the time databases do mess up sometimes. So people that may come through with like the wrong number, I want to be able to enrich those and to see who came through the wrong number. So I have kind of a report for the next day of like how I need to clean up my pipeline, which I feel like a lot of people miss when they run campaigns. They just forget to, like, the riches are in the follow-up. you know?
Totally.
So those are some things I wanted to change. Have you guys seen any other like bolt-ons from a data visualization standpoint that
Like you mean like seeing conversion rates, ROI, costs, all
y-
that?
yeah, but maybe from like a pipeline management standpoint? Because I know all the other cool stuff that we're doing from like sentiment analysis and like refining the model, but I want to know maybe from campaign management.
I mean, we're pretty comprehensive as far as what I know. For bare minimum, we're well beyond bare minimum, but
Oh yeah,
we all of our pipelines automatically get updated when a lead
right.
is warm to hot to scheduled. When we have to reschedule, I mean, we can see that they're a no show, so we just keep reaching out and reschedule them again if that happens. So maybe eventually
Hasn't
building
happened
out
to me in
like
a
a
while.
AI reschedule assistant as well. But I once somebody's that hot, they've already scheduled with us. Like my priority is not necessarily AI doing everything for me. My priority is getting in front of these owners and having the conversation. So if I need to
Right.
pick up the phone and say, "Hey, you missed a call with us yesterday. You want to just do it right now, real quick, because you're on the phone with me," I'm gonna just do it right then and there. And I know that that is even more efficient and effective than like trying to go send an AI to run them back through the loop again and then schedule on my calendar again for them to just maybe not show up a second time, right? So I'm just gonna pick up the phone
100%.
and call them. Um,
I wasn't really saying from like an AI perspective, more so just campaign management, like report. Like the next day after my campaign runs, I could look at the people that we potentially need to follow up with, and then also see people who I need to go get the right contact information. And like if they miss an appointment, yeah, of course I'm gonna call them up because they already just wasted my time whenever I sat down. But uh yeah, just from that perspective, because yeah, I think we all are in accordance too. Like AI is supposed to enhance us. It's not supposed to replace us. Like we're supposed to be able to supercharge our output with AI until we reach AGI. We want to get as close as we can to that point, but at the moment, it's not there. But where we're at, AI can do so much that it's honestly ridiculous at this point. And all of the
Yeah.
developments that we've been making over the last couple of days that I'm excited to show. But
can we
I
start
don't
showing
know
some
what,
stuff?
huh?
I said, can we start showing some stuff now?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Sweet. Let's do
Mhm.
it.
Cool. This is where I'm at right now. I'm in Lovable and I'm automating. Well, I'm cleaning up the database that I've been compiling so that we know that we have the right correct data and that I can get a cool visualization of what is in my database currently. So then I can make informed decisions on whenever I do launch a campaign, on which lead that I'm pulling, and then being able to know kind of what that output would be based upon the lead list that I pulled. And I could be more targeted as well. Like if I want to reach out to solar companies with a specific revenue and only touch the owners, I want to be able to pull that list from my database, essentially, and make sure that it's clean data, that it's going to be clear and concise and not break whenever I send it to the spin tax. Like all the variables are going to be clean and stuff. So, and then this will allow me to send even more targeted campaigns over time to like specific industries. Like if I want to reach out to manufacturing and construction, but separately with separate messaging, I could do that.
Yep. How close are you to having this done? Like, what's left to do?
The next thing that's left to do is create a function that will get through the remaining 33,000. Because right now, the tool will go 500 at a time, and that's just going to take too long. But it would be clean enough because I can import these, I can export these, the ones that I have cleaned. But I want to be able to create the function to where it could batch simultaneously. And I haven't tried out this tool here just to see if it will fix all of these at one time. Let's see.
So when you say fix, like, tell me what is broken
Right.
and what is the goal outcome after the fix runs.
Right. It's been a very comprehensive process. So like everything that may come to somebody's mind right now, minus 80% of it we're right at the end. So we made the decision to change away from classifying their industry in kind of like a more generalistic term, because I've saw some of the campaign conversations where the person responded and said, well, that's not my industry, even though their industry was like literally peripheral, and it's like kind of the same. They just acted like, oh, that you're not supposed to be talking to me. And so then when looking at my database, we had another column that was more specific. And because we moved away from Google Sheets, because it just wasn't, it couldn't handle as much data as we're putting into it, to Supabase, we don't need to section off these leads by a more generalized industry like manufacturing, healthcare, construction, real estate, et cetera, et cetera. We can actually go to their subsect industry. Like if you go into a database like Apollo or Zoom Info or something, where you click financial services and then you have, or you go into like construction and then you have, or my bad metaphors. You go into like healthcare, you got hospitals, you got dentists, you got all of those different types of subsect industries. So that's kind of how we want to be targeted in our outreach and standardize it so that it'll be in a form that can be conversational in tone whenever I'm texting it. I want my outreach to feel like I sat down and just texted this myself and sent it.
So what is the operation that's going to be done to be able to go from, for example, hey, we're reaching out to healthcare companies, to be able to drill down and say, hey, we're reaching out to local dentist offices and this is what we're doing. Is this operation, the quick fix operation, is it adding that specificity of this is exactly what your business does, and how is it doing that? Because I'm curious.
So I think you already knew the answer to that question, but you're asking me for like the audience. But yeah, so I think it's based upon our spin tax, right? Are you wanting me to explain spin tax and like our framework there?
No, like if it's
Or no?
broken, how does it? So if we don't
Oh,
have the specific,
this process.
yeah, if we don't have the specific dentist office, because actually I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know how we go from healthcare to dentist office specifically, other than using the other industry tab. So is it just like going to search the spreadsheet that we have and pulls their sub industries and then just updates
Right.
this table to say, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. There's an original industry that's kind of
Yeah, so we have
generalized.
original industry, and then we have industry here, which is the generalistic industry, which is professional services, retail, etc. Then we go over here, and we go to the original industry, and it's like advertising, consumer, etc. So I want to be more, and then also you see sometimes it comes in as null. So the tool that I'm using, I'm also using AI, and this is what this button is doing, is actually processing the null and non-applicable industries by looking at the business description and the business website to come up with what that original industry column actually is. So that's what I mean in cleaning. And then also the other quick fix operations, I want to change business consulting and services to just business consulting, because I want it to come across as if I texted it, not like it's an automated message.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
and also for real estate variations, changing it and standardizing it just to real estate, removing services suffix. So wanting to remove like services at the end. I kind of like advertising services to kind of make sense. Like I'm looking at advertising services businesses, but like looking for I got people looking at advertising companies. You know, it kind of rolls off the tongue, and that's kind of how I text it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you see here, this is another aspect that we have to clean up, because now you see all the nuance that is found in the database, like how many sub industries that the AI was able to find that we would have not been able to target. And then you also see real estate agents and brokers. Like this is what it was named in the database as well. So this is another part that we want to change and just take it just to real estate.
Yeah, I get it. So it's like when we first have a list that gets dropped in the super base, sometimes the industry isn't specific enough, the one that we're pulling, or sometimes it's null/NA. And ideally, your dashboard here is a button you can press to make sure that we're not sending spin tax, which is our automated outreach messages that say, hey, we're looking for companies like null, which nobody wants to see it. Hey, we're looking at your company and we don't even know anything about the industry it is, and it's a completely empty placeholder. That's like a dead giveaway. So your button here is fixing those empty columns to make sure that we don't have like dead space inside of our outreach messages. And I have a question here from Roland. Let me just make sure that we're also minding the chat. 100 type.
Make sure we're seeing the chat. Can they see my face or no?
Yeah, they can see. They see the screen, your face. They see everything.
They see us.
Sam, I'm a little confused. Are you talking about initial outreach and verbiage that is on there? So this question actually came a few minutes ago, and I think we just answered it actually. Yes, we want to tailor the outreach message to make sure that it is actually fitting to the industry that we're reaching out to. I see you need it to be. Oh man, I got like emojis in the way. I see you need it to be more general, not NA. So the goal is actually to go. All right, Roland said yes, I did. The goal is to get more and more specific. So the worst thing possible would be an A. The second thing that is usually standard is just like, hey, we're reaching out to real
business
estate
owners.
companies,
Yeah.
right? Or some business owners who have real estate companies. But then we want to drill down even more specific. We're reaching out to business owners of property management companies, right? Because property management is a subsect of the real estate industry, but we can get even more tailored. And the more we narrow in and say, we're talking to you, the higher the conversion. I'd say that's a hypothesis and we have to test it. But one, we've already reached out to over 1 million contacts with AI and know that the more specific we are, the better something's going to convert. But also that's pretty much general knowledge at this point is if we can tailor the message to feel like Sam said, like it's something that I just picked up my phone and texted you because I've been doing my research on you specifically, that's what gets people to convert. And then it's also, I think, something to note here, and I want to jump into this section if we can, is our outreach copy, because I know that Sam and Harrison, you guys just tweaked from what we've been running for a while, but you're tweaking it so you can be even more personalized, and I know that you just got some good conversions on your 500. So can we actually see, is this an opportunity where we can maybe see some of the outreach messages and talk about your thought process of putting together the outreach copy? Because for me, when I do this, it's like I iterate daily until we get something that starts spitting out appointments. And what I've found lately is not necessarily talking with a bunch of industry jargon or trying to say, hey, you want a valuation, yada, yada, but just really being a person and saying, I've got buyers who are interested in your industry doing about this much revenue, which we are, again, doing our AI research to find out how much revenue they're doing so we can put that in our outreach message. Are you looking for reinvestment or just looking to grow? Let me know. Well, not let me know, but the point is it's not trying to fill them with a bunch of, I've got private equity firms that are looking for lucrative high ticket acquisitions with whatever else bullshit financial bros talk about. Like, you know, I'm not a finance bro trying to talk finance to business owners who spend all their time running a business rather than, you know, trying to figure out, technical jargon about EBITDA, et cetera. I just want to say, hey, you're making about this much money, and we'd like to see if you want to either sell your company or reinvest in your retirement, or we can help you grow, right? So my approach is very casual, very personable, very just down to earth. Are you guys also using something that feels a bit more personal, or are you testing some of the other angles where it might be a little bit more technical, or just like what's your thought process about it?
Right. And I think you hit the nail right on the head. I don't think that there's much difference in our copy, our initial copy, because it is the same. We want to come from a genuine angle, and we really just truly want to know where you're at right now.
Yep.
Because there is value in a conversation regardless. just having a conversation with you. I like to know where they're at because that will allow me to help. Will allow them to get clear on what their goals are, and then also allow us to figure out what is the best case scenario for that business owner. So that's kind of exactly how we are reaching out to them. Now, from another framework perspective, like psychology, when I reach out to somebody, or if somebody texts me, I want to know that they're genuine and why they're reaching out to me. So that's kind of essentially what the first message is. Moving on into my campaign, I want to also let them know that I'm smart and that I am real as well, because I just randomly reached out to you, and I want you to know that I have a real opportunity and I know how to get it done. Because people are selling things to people all the time, but you see their ad and you're just like, I don't think that guy could get it done for me. I want to let them know that I can get it done for them in the moving on in my campaign. And because I'm going on a multi-touch process, I can utilize other channels to also relay that message rather than just in my SMS syntax. I could have that being relayed through my RVM or through potentially a side email that I send to them, you know? So in my SMS copy, it's essentially very short, concise, as if I was texting myself, just wanting to revitalize that second on the second touch or on the third touch, because I already sent you a lot of information on the first touch. But kind of in my third day, I want to let you know that I'm smart and the opportunity is real. So again, so in the second day, I'm kind of, I apologize. On the second day, I'm just letting you know that I'm real again, and I'm genuine because I'm a random number texting you, just saying like, hey, like we're real people. You can Google me. Like nothing about this is like fake. And then on the third day, it's saying I'm smart. Like, and the opportunity is real, and you'd be crazy not to entertain it. That is like from a high level view, what I want to get across to that business owner. Because in my mind, somebody reaches out to me. Okay, cool. Are you genuine? Do you actually have my best interest at mind? Are you real, or is this kind of just like a scam? And then 3, are you even smart enough to be able to get it done? So being able to get through all the skepticism that a business owner or just anybody has in real life, like that's one of the main reasons why we're on this live stream too, like to show that we're real, opportunity is real, and we're smart. Like those are the 3 things that we're trying to check off on the boxes, so people lose the skepticism when dealing with us as well. Not like business owners, because we reach out to them anyways. There's a reason why I haven't had to show my face for all this time anyways, but just in general, from a B2C perspective, I would say just like in the network of the world, I guess.
Can I
But
share
yeah,
some of my copy too?
why don't you share your copy?
Okay.
But I also wanted to say on the data visualization right here, it's still rolling through. It's going in batches of 500. But as you see, high confidence, I plugged it in to where if it's 80%, if the AI is 80% confident, to just update the database table. Now, if it's medium, this is telling me to go review what the AI made the changes of, and then I can click for the AI to change it. Now, if it needs enrichment, this is like a manual process to where it'll just give me the website of the business owner. I'll go to the website and then I'll just put that in. But as you see, most of the time the AI is able to get it done. Medium, I'll check after it finishes this batch of 500. But then after it finishes this batch of 500, I'm actually going to try to make the tool to do everything else. That makes sense.
Yeah. I wanted to show one thing while we're talking about copy.
Yeah, do it.
So, so our spin tax here rotates for every single lead that comes through. And kind of for the first text, a bit of the framework is we got schmooze. So first we kind of like give them a little bit of a schmooze, tell them that we're impressed, and then personalize, where we are saying things that are specific to them, and then engage, hoping that they make a response. And so in our Spintax, we have 3 to 4 different versions of this copy. So if I click this, it'll take a second. We can test different sentences in different sentence orders and see which ones have the best response. And so the way we're doing that is having this Spintax generator that will change the text every single time to each person. It has about the same, it has the same framework and it has the same kind of like copy, but it's just a little bit different. And then we're tracking which sentence is being sent. So then once we send out all the campaigns, we can see, okay, we can mark which texts were marked as successful based on replies, and then see which sentence has the most highest reply rate over time. So more data is more insights.
Oh, what did it say? More clients equals more data
Yeah,
equals better systems equals easier to sell.
that's it.
There we go.
So the goal of this month too is we want to take we want to put out as much data as possible so that we can use that data to be able to make a formula for like what is the best copy that can be sent out and what is a trackable data system that we can see how, like, what is the most successful copy, what is the most successful outreach, and then we can just copy and paste that over and over.
Yeah, the goal to use all of this, and I absolutely love it that you've boiled it down to by the sentence. And I'm sure eventually we're going to take a look at the Supabase backend and actually get to see that tracking over time and how we're measuring the reply rates and the conversions. But realistically, our ultimate goal is to have a self-optimizing AI outreach system where, to start, obviously, we track all the data so we can generate a report and we can look at it and see the patterns. But eventually, once we understand how to determine what success looks like and iterate on it to make continuous improvements, we just train AI on our same thought process that will then, on its own, look at the patterns and say, oh, this is where I think there's some room for improvement, or I see this one sentence particularly is increasing conversion by 2.7%. Let me test leaving that sentence as the same and moving some other variables around, just like your typical scientific experiment, right? So we just have a bunch of hypotheses and we have to track the data so that we can make a decision, and inevitably we want AI to be running these experiments for us and self-optimizing. So that's why we are very particular about making sure to track every single little detail. If you're watching this and you're like, why does that matter? I just told you, because AI inevitably will be able to have even better conversations than we could. But right now we're the best, and just putting those training wheels on the AI until AI can take over for us completely is the whole point here today.
And I think the caveat to that is we probably could have better conversations if we were one-on-one, maybe, but we could never do it at the scale of thousands per day. And so anyone who out there who is like sending cold emails or doing cold calls could never have this level of sophistication or like personalization at 1,000 leads a day. No one can cold call 1,000 leads a day.
And research every single one of them.
And research every single one and get the right phone numbers. Yeah. It's just not humanly possible without AI.
And follow up with every single one if they don't text back or call back.
Yeah. There's no way. Yeah. There's no way.
It piles up over time. And to provide some clarity for y'all that are watching real quick, I am going to share my screen and just show you a bit of what our channels are cooking on, and I'm gonna try not to spend too much time just reviewing the stuff that they can watch in other YouTube videos, but we do have a ringless voicemail channel, we have a text message channel, and we have an email channel. We'll eventually add social media to this as well, but on day one they get a ringless voicemail, a text message, and an email. We wait a couple of days. If they don't respond, we send another ringless voicemail, text message, and email. I'll show you some examples of my copy real quick. Spintax generator with just a bunch of different options for what the outputs could be, and then we get the actual output. Same thing for day two. My approach on day 2 and day 3 is just like I'm actually texting somebody like, hey, I just want to know where you're at and where you want to be. Ask the question again to get them to engage. And then day 3, if they still haven't engaged with us, it's just, hey, I called and emailed and I know you've got a life. I'm still interested. let me know. Peace. Emails are doing the same thing. So those are the 3 channels that we're working with today. I'm not necessarily making any tweaks to my outreach copy today at this moment, so I don't really have anything to share, but I just wanted to kind of cover what are the channels that we're using at this moment. And all of this is obviously being tracked back inside of our data tracking tables, which is we're using Supabase for all of our data tracking. Cool.
We can now watch something break essentially and how to fix it. So currently, like I said, I'm adding in the process all records button that it did. I just prompted it, my lovable, to fix that. And now it should work potentially. So we're going to try to tackle the remaining 32,000 leads that need to be cleaned. So let's see. In a minute.
It's cooking.
Let's see.
Do you guys have leads running right now? How's your campaign going?
Nope.
Yeah.
You do? You
Well,
don't?
don't we have some running right now?
No, I didn't send any. I'm sending again around, hopefully at 11 Mountain Time.
11 Mountain. So that's in 30 minutes?
Yes.
Nice.
So that's why I've been working on this part.
I want to
Yeah.
see a live run.
That's why we're working here to get this going, so we can launch that campaign. That was the whole, deal of today. And wanting to, oh yeah, Harrison, can we make sure that we change the mapping to original industry instead of industry?
Yeah. Is that already a custom field?
The custom field for whenever we import. Wait, no, yeah, that's just whenever we import the leads into the CRM, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use that as whatever.
For sake of transparency, I'm looking over our outreach campaign and we have a bunch of errors because the phone numbers that we imported to the custom values were not all exactly the same as the phone numbers we added onto the sub account. So there's like 2 numbers that are custom values use as assigned numbers, but aren't used as the account numbers. So none of those texts went out. So fixing that.
Okay, perfect.
So how are we going
Yeah.
to fix that?
Oh, just make sure that the right numbers are assigned onto the account. Like, very simple there. Like, some of the things that that are breaking right now are due to innovation, I would say. By making the process so much easier, we're seeing parts of it that we just missed.
Yeah.
Or we did, because like in this case, we did it manually, so it had human error. On the other end, when we did it all automated, we don't have any of those issues. So now it's just like, oh, on the human error, just trying to make sure that we covered all of our bases. But yeah, I think that's going to be the cool part of doing these live streams, is that people are going to see things work, they're going to see things break, they're going to see how it fixes, and they're going to see how it gets better. And I love the transparency of that, because so many people aren't showing actually how they're doing stuff, and they're just trying to make it pretty. And I hope that we don't disqualify people by using the lingo that we do, or showing them the back end, or how sophisticated some of these processes are. Because honestly, when we turn this back around, it's going to be so simplistic that you wouldn't have to understand anything about the tech or any of that. All you have to understand is psychology, a little bit of business, and sales.
Yeah. I would even to put it just a little even simpler is, and it just depends on who they're working with, right? If you're working with me and us, right, we manage all the campaign outreach for the people who want to like run our campaigns with us. But if you're using this yourself, guys, if you care about what you're actually talking about and you show up with curiosity, you realize the aspect of care is just, hey, I'm reaching out to you personally as you. Like I know about you. This is your business. This is what's going on in your business, and this might be what you are looking to do with your business. Is that the case? There's the curiosity. Are you looking to grow your business? Question mark. When you start texting people and they reply, the AI is also having the same thought pattern of, okay, how can I build trust or add value in every sentence, right? So if they're like, yeah, I'm looking to grow, then the most valuable conversation they can have is getting onto a calendar with us, right? Because we do this every day. We grow businesses. That is what we do. So we know that, and we train the AI. The most valuable thing you can do for somebody who's already interested is get them on the calendar with us. If somebody has a question, the most valuable thing you can do is answer their question quickly and then get them on the calendar with us. If somebody is not interested, be curious, right? Dig into that. What about this is not interested, or what are their business goals that they would be interested in? Because maybe they're not interested in. Nobody's not in. No, there's. I've never met somebody who's like, oh, I don't want to grow at all. I'm perfectly fine. Maybe like 1 out of every 100 business owners is like perfectly fine where they're at. But when people say they're not interested, really what that means is they just don't trust you yet. So AI or us adds a statement that builds trust. Like, well, just usually we just go back and circle back on a piece of information that we know is already true about them. So we say, well, you're located in California, right? We're working with owners in California to help them insert something specific. But really, I'd like to know more about you and what your goals are. Have you got 15 minutes on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern to have a quick call? So we don't just let people off the hook because we know that we're actually offering gold. And if somebody's not interested, it's just about building trust. If somebody is interested, then it's a great add value by getting them onto the calendar immediately, and just keeping that going infinitely, right? We do 1,000 contacts a day typically. We can scale up to do more, but about 1,000 a day is enough because that's 5,000 people a week. That's 20,000 people that we're talking to every month. When we're running multiple campaigns as a collective, we're reaching out to somewhere between 75,000 to 100,000 people a month together. And there are 18 million business owners. Just to bring this back to our context, we know that we're reaching out to business owners that are looking to sell their business. And there are 18 million baby boomers that own businesses that need to retire. And we intend to reach out to all 18 million ourselves, but we're reaching out with care and we're reaching out with gold. So we don't mind sending a message to literally all 18 million business owners. Like, that is the path that we're on. There's only 4 of us here on this call. We have another handful of people inside of our community as well, inside of our partnership program. And we're all on the same page of wanting to take over the entire market because there's millions of people who need our help. And we show all of this because we want you to join us and hang out with us while we do it. Ideally, you can be able to provide immense value to a business owner because these acquisition systems, this thought process, applies to the business owners that we put these systems in place to. So we're not just thinking about this every day and iterating on this every day ourselves. Just so you know, you still are sharing your screen. I think that's fine. But we're not just iterating on this every day ourselves because we want to be able to close as many deals as possible. We're iterating on this every day because when we put this into a business, we want to make sure that they also have this client acquisition system with the level of care and curiosity that we're bringing to it. And we're putting this all into an AI that can care and be curious like we are without you even having to talk to us, right? So you will have this AI in your pocket that can reach out to thousands of people every day and treat it just like you would.
Yep. Beautiful said.
Thank you, Enrique. I practiced that all night in the mirror. Cool. So I'm good for 1 p.m. if that works for you. Oh, no, it doesn't. Speaking of businesses and clients, Fernando wants to meet at 1, Enrique, but he said 1:30 is better yesterday or 2 days ago, and now he's saying 1 is better, but I think I'm just going to leave him at 1:30. How are we doing on the forms and the mapping of the marketing, the emails.
Almost done.
Okay.
Yep.
Then, yeah, we'll just keep it at 1:30 and try to and maybe keep it short, because I'm not good at one. I want to keep this live stream rolling for you guys. I want to see a launch happen while we're here.
Yeah. That's the goal.
It's launch day, baby. Come on, it's October 1st.
Like I said, we already cleaned through 2,400.
Is that enough to rip?
Yeah, it would be, definitely. While I'm here, I want to see if I can get this to work and then launch. But everything is all systems go there since we did a test batch yesterday. So we'll see. And then I have to figure out. And I believe that I also added some columns. Yes, I did add columns to look at industry confidence and if it needs enrichment or not. And like when it was updated.
All right, groovy. I'm just texting Fernando and communicating.
Do we have any questions in the comments?
No, Roland just being super supportive and letting us know that we're making points and he's getting it. And also, I look forward to having him on one of these streams one of these days coming up too, so he can chat, say what's up. Because I know he has a bunch of experience working with business owners behind the scenes, and it's always good to get a fresh set of eyes. One of the things is when we have new people joining, obviously like Sam Harrison, me, Enrique, like we've been doing this for many months. Well, actually, shoot, it is almost my 1-year anniversary of deal sourcing, actually.
Wow.
November will
Congrats.
Be. Thank you.
We need a little birthday party.
I'm excited about it. It really is like what we're dedicating our entire lives to. So that's that consistency piece of just like showing up every day, and success is inevitable when you don't ever turn back. There is no other option for us. This is just what we do. But anytime we have somebody new join our groups, anytime they get access to us directly, it's like there's a whole new perspective that gets brought, which is really why I like to do boot camps and I like to have a community. And me and Sam were actually just talking about this yesterday, but there's just a whole another level of synergy that you get with collaboration and having a fresh pair of eyes on the thing that you're like working on all day. Like, right, I've been doing this for a year, but it's only been maybe the last 3 or 4 months that I actually like opened this up to be an open conversation with the other people in our group, and then you guys joined in and have like really, really been on top of it just like we are every day. So it just adds to that momentum so much. And then every time we bring a new person in who also is dedicating their energy to this, especially if they don't have the level of context that we do, they start asking the little questions that we might overlook because it's like, oh, we've just been doing this for so long, or we're so like nailed into to what we think is working. But every new question, every new idea, every new thought is valuable because it's the fuel for our next experiment, right? It's what allows us to make another hypothesis and test it, and then something works, something blows up. Like we were in the Cody Sanchez mastermind last weekend, and while a lot of that stuff was stuff we already knew, just hearing it over and over again and seeing it from several different perspectives and hearing more about the full process from potentially interested business owner conversation all the way through to actually being purchased, and having other experts who talk about deal origination just drop kind of their lines. Like I was iterating my outreach messaging during that mastermind event, and I don't know what happened, but something just clicked because I heard one sentence from, I think it was Josh, and I was like, yeah, that I didn't take his sentence, but that sparked something in me that was like, I can be just a little bit more personable in this. I don't have to, right? Because business owners are getting marketed to every day, right? They're getting these like buttoned up professional messages on their emails, on their text messages, wherever, every single day. And what I've never been that like buttoned up, let me try to speak corporate to you, and just accepting that that's who I am is just, I really genuinely just want to show up and care as a person. I'm never going to fake it to you. Something that somebody else said reminded me of that and inspired me to show up that way in our text message. And suddenly we booked like literally back to back 4-5 appointments during that like 3-hour window right after I made that tweak in our outreach.
That's crazy.
I think that, yeah, it's important to like be around other people who are dropping gems, because you never know who's the next person to inspire you, whether they've been doing this for 10 years or been doing this for 10 days. There's always value from being able to be here as a group. Are you guys going to be building it out from scratch? How can I build it out myself? What's involved with your program? If you want to build it out from scratch, we will be, well, obviously we're already running the system, right? I'm not about to go back and build every single node step by step, because we already did that. So if you are in the school community, which I actually will grab that for you real quick. I'm not going to go over here for too long, but let me just shoot you an invite. If you are in this community, and let me just drop that on the chat. For some reason, usually I can just copy something from my Mac and paste it on my iPhone. Shouts out Apple and their innovation. It's nice like that, but it's not working at this moment for some reason. So Wise Guy, Mr. Wise Guy, if you check out that link I just dropped in the chat, same thing, Philip. Can people still enroll in the program? Click the link if you want to just see behind the scenes of just building automations in general, because like I said, our systems are industry agnostic. If you want to see just building the system because you want to learn that tech skill, then click on that school community, go to the classroom, and you'll see the foundations course. If you're an absolute beginner, never touched a system before, you can go through the foundations course and we'll show you exactly how we built up the infrastructure. We are a bit further along than where we left off in that foundations course, but you'll get to see our AI text agent. You'll get to see a lot of our outreach automations, everything that we have in Go High Level. And you'll see a lot of the understanding of building the tech stuff and building any offer. Now, if you want to join our official program, that is a whole nother conversation. If you want to deal source with us, if you want to be talking to business owners every day, if you want to have ownership in these businesses that you work with, then I'd say just meet with me. I'll drop one more link for you since that's what you guys are asking about. So,
I mean, if he just wants to be a builder, though, maybe he gets hired.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you want to build and again, building is cool. Building just anything is fine and dandy. But if you want to be in the position where you are able to have ownership of the businesses that you're building in and make good money with it, then again, that is like our program where we literally hold your hand with you. And I don't mean that in a derogatory or like condescending tone. It's just genuinely like what we're doing right here, right now, is the hand holding we're talking about. Like, we are in here building stuff together every day, talking through plans, and we might open this up for 2 hours with you guys, but this is yesterday we had 12 hours of action. I think me and Sam got on at like 10 a.m. Eastern, and we didn't get off until about 9:30 p.m. last night. Same thing, me and Enrique are in here every day. Harrison was a little in and out, but still locked in.
That was because he had the AI agent competition.
He was running the competition and winning.
It was, and I was down to the wire. They like added a bunch of stuff, and it was like 30 minutes to go, and I had to do like all these videos and stuff to make it work. So
yeah, I was
running.
Harrison, maybe you could like share with us like what the agent that you, I know you're working on some stuff, but the agent that you
Yeah.
submitted.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So it's something I worked on a while ago, and here, let me pull it up. And it was just the competition was out there, and it was worth putting out there. You know, it was just worth a little bit of the try here. So basically, it was just an agent, a voice agent that can it can like ask questions while it's on the call and then generate a customized quote to the person while they're on the call. So there's this whole big old workflow that does a bunch of calculations. All the data is being sent. I originally built it for VAPI, but then High Level was having competition, so I had to switch it to work for High Level voice agent. And then I was using all of these Supabase, but then I switched it to work with High Level custom objects instead. And I realized in the course of it, I could make it way simpler without all the switch nodes. But basically, someone calls in, the AI will ask them like a list of questions about what kind of, like for it's a cleaning company, it's like what's your square footage, what type of cleaning, how many rooms, how many pets, etc. And then they set the pricing variables for each of those things. So if it's like, so I built a little front end for that. So they can add in like square footage. So that they can say like, okay, for square footage, it would be $3 per square foot. So when the person says it's 2,500 square feet, they just say, yeah, it's $5 per square foot. So then once the agent comes in, it can say, okay, sweet. So if it's $5 for every square foot, for 1,000 square feet, that'll be $5,000, I guess. You know, so yeah. So I had this working for a long time, and I just had to switch it to make it work for the high level competition. And I went to an info call the other day, and the only thing people were talking about was appointment booking, which is just the most basic thing to do with the high level, like the voice agent. Like people have been doing that for like 2 years now. I saw Trajan's call about VAPI voice agents like 2 years ago talking about that. So
Yep.
I don't know. It was worth a few hours yesterday to get this submitted. It's like a $10,000 win. So we'll see what happens.
Did you have
Yeah,
to
I
use
saw
a
that
High Level agent
competition,
for it,
though.
or were you allowed to use like a different agent, or did you have to use the Go High Level voice?
You had to use the Go High Level. So that was like, I had to do some work to switch it to that one.
Yeah.
And it's a little more simple, and it had to be a high level app. So it had to be a marketplace app.
Oh, wait, I want to see the generate quote. Sorry.
Yeah.
The app this is cool.
So now this is like a one-click app that they can install into any high level, and it will immediately set up all of the custom fields, set up all the custom objects, and give them the voice agent and like set everything up. So
This like drops it in the account. Like this is like what's actually connected to the app when they.
yeah. So this is once they install, it comes here, it gives the auth code. We do the high level OAuth.
Mm-hmm.
We get their client ID. We use the client ID, client secret to get their secrets, to get the access token and refresh token, store those. And then this here is, there's two ways that you can install apps in high level. It's either one at a time or many at a time. So this is one at a time. It's very easy. But if it's many at a time, then you have to get the locations, and then you have to break them out, and then you have to do an OAuth for each location that they do one at a time. And then this is creating a custom object. First, it's checking how many custom objects they have. If they have, you can only have 3 custom objects in high level. So if they have less than 3, then it will create a new one. And this is adding custom fields, and then I'm gonna add to it that it will, once they change the custom object with like the different variables and stuff, it will automatically go and change the high level agent at the same time.
Yeah.
So they just have one place they can manage it, and it'll go and change it there. So yeah, it was a fun build. It was worth a little distraction to like put it in for competition,
I
because
like it.
if
Like it too.
if we win, then we can brag about it. If we lose, we can still brag about it. So
Roland's given some product ideas already. He said,
Roland, what are you saying?
man, if you could add pictures to that of maybe walls and have painters use it to quote jobs, that would be cool.
Like
Totally.
OCR parsing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that would just be probably like someone calls in, it gets the quote, like they ask the questions, it calculates the quote, it sends them another form and say, hey, submit pictures.
Or just
Submit.
text it.
Text it during the call.
Yeah, text it during the call. Text those pictures in.
It would just be sending a text during the call, hey, submit to this form, or like text to this phone number. It goes and is like doing a loop checking to see if any new messages are coming in during the call. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's what
Roland, if you have any cleaning companies or painting companies, let's do this.
Easy.
Easy.
I could see that for even like a real-time real estate wholesaling like
Yeah.
offer. Like, hey, I'm interested in your house. Can you send me over some pictures of it real quick so I could like, get it started? And then you already have like the Zillow
Look up.
dimensions and stuff like that. So you can now send it straight to your underwriting tool, like your to price the deal, just to even see if it's like a head shake or if it's like a no-go.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
This
This was my first foray into real-time data calculation while on a voice call. Like at first it was just calculation after the call, because initially the big long one that I created was it would take like 6 to 8 seconds to run through this, but which isn't too bad. But then for this one, it only takes like point something seconds. So it takes like, it's like under a second to run through this. So the agent can say, yeah, let me look at that. Okay, yeah, it looks like that's going to be $300. It can just be like immediate. It's pretty cool. So over the last few years, I have built like probably 10 to 15 little high-level apps like this that are just little high-level add-on apps or just like little apps on the side. And I've usually built them for a client, but then retained ownership of them. And so as we're live streaming and stuff, one day I'll make videos on like how to build high-level apps, how to build add-ons, how to do little things here and there, if people are interested. So I have like 15 of
I'm
them
interested though.
that we can just give away for free. Use them as like lesson templates to show how things work.
Oh, do you want to show the N8N foundations or N8N like training?
Oh yeah.
material?
Yeah. So we were working on this too. This is the N8N masterclass, so this is a walkthrough step by step of how every node in N8N works, with little like instructions where like it walks you through and like teaches you foundation one at a time, and it's all just a template. And so it's like a workflow that has data in it, so you can see how data goes from one to the next. It explains how each thing works. So we were working on this for a while, and then make a video for each one. And so
yeah, I was like, bro,
so this is
I can make like 100 reels out of this though.
yes. So this is for the community. This is just for giving back.
And that's like one of the things too that like we haven't showed our face for such a long time, but
Roland is the first ones to see our face.
There's so much stuff that I feel like hasn't been utilized in like the space of like education or just like brought to the forefront. Like I don't really care too much about editing my videos or doing like cool stuff like for the algorithms and just like shouting to the masses a bunch of sexy stuff that just gets them interested and like, I don't know, quote unquote, like scamming people. but I just feel like now, like more than ever, is just the time to actually bring like the truth to the forefront and to be a voice that can just like bring value. And then the people that it resonates with them. If not, and they just still like to listen to the people that tell them what they want to hear or just sell the dream. So to
Yeah,
speak.
here's my Lambo, and I do also sell AI.
Right, right. Like that's never resonated with me, but for a lot of people it does, and they see them as like the single source of truth. So I just like thought like let's change the narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the only one. This is the other one that Sam and I have been working on the past few months. It's a fully free website scraper
Yeah.
that can get all the content and break it out. So it can go in and it looks at the robots.txt page and then spits it out. And then if it finds it, then it finds the sitemap page, breaks out the sitemap, looks for the home page, the about page, and the contact page, scrapes all the emails and phone numbers from it, and then outputs it. And it's completely free. There's no AI. So we're going to be implementing this into our data scraping workflow because it's just like, it takes a second. It's free. That was me testing it, but yeah. So it's we were looking at adding in LinkedIn because a lot of times you can get people's LinkedIn profiles and then adding in a LinkedIn node to like go and scrape their LinkedIn to get industry and stuff. So all this will just give out, cost us nothing.
Dude, we are just ridiculous with
All right, back to the build.
It's just,
This was nothing, just like 200 hours.
well, yeah, no big deal. It only costs us half our lives. It only costs us the last.
Yeah. This is just weeks of our life, but like for each one.
We're at 11. I'm at 3,100 that's going through the clean. So like there's over 72,000 records in this database, and like came out that about 30,000 need to be, well, I wanted 30,000 to be fixed, essentially is what I'm saying. So next step in this process is I'm going to either go into my database myself and grab the ones that have been cleaned and then import those into the campaign, or see if this is going to continue. So this isn't updating right here on the UI, but it is still cleaning supposedly in the back end of the database. Problems that you find with Lovable is when you start working with like a lot of stuff and a lot of data and trying to make it very comprehensive, it starts to break in small ways. Have you guys noticed that as well? Like trying to have like a very comprehensive, lovable app.
The last time I started
at a certain point, at a certain point, it definitely gets a little bit out of hand.
Like
any remediations?
Go slow, revert. Honestly, that's the
Take
best
a look
way.
at the code.
Yeah.
I think for me, the biggest wins I have is like if you have a good database, then the app is just a like if it means more time building out like how the data is structured, that will like determine how good the data is showing on the front end. So if it's a bad database, it'll always be a bad app.
Yeah,
I feel like AI has just made it so easy to make good database schemas.
Don't let Lovable make the schema is also something that I learned. Like, take the time to go make the schema yourself with Claude or something. Like, think out what does the database need to look at like, and if you take more time building the database, then spinning up the front end is like literally 20 minutes. I think what you just said, Harrison, is like right on the money.
It's good stuff.
So launch.
Yeah, I'm just looking over the data again and just being like, okay, because it's also hosted in Google Sheets and it's hosted in Supabase. So I'm thinking, other than just exporting directly, like just grabbing 1,000 of the first leads that come through. How can I pull leads in the way that I want to?
What are the filters?
Are you? Oh, I would have to add filters. I don't think I added filters onto this database, so I'll just add filters. Cool. Let me think. So management falls.
All right, I guess I can think about what could be improved from our flow. Another thing that we get a lot is just who is this, but I know that happened because we were iterating copy on campaigns while they were live, and that means like we had copy from day one that said one thing, and then we had changed the copy for our next iterations. We had redone day 1, 2, and 3, and the conversation wasn't completely like seamless, because now our initial message on day 1 is the longest one that provides enough context and is very personable. But last week or the week before that, I guess, whatever, we were not very, we didn't provide as much context in our first messages, so we're still getting some replies from the original version of the campaign where they got message 1, and then they're getting message 3 now from our new tweaks. And message 3 is, hey, I emailed and called, are you still interested, or I'm still interested, we're still interested if you are, something like that. And they're like, interested in what? Because they didn't ever get the first message. Also, here's another thing,
which low-key could be like, they did respond when you said we're still interested. There could be something there.
It's a good note, exactly. So it's like
it's a hook.
And what? So at least we're getting replies, right? So I think no replies is the worst thing. Any replies is good, and then you can start to see, okay, well, because we get pretty much no feedback on a no reply, except for the fact that we didn't get a reply, so we know that we need to make something sexier on that first message. But if we're at least generating curiosity, that's a win. I don't care what the curiosity is. Even if it's just, who is this? We tell them and then they're not interested. Boom, we still got you curious enough that we were able to let you know what value is being delivered. And also, I'm remembering now, we overwhelmed the system. We tried to we had people launching. We just uploaded leads on too many different days. Usually we just upload in bulk on Monday and Tuesday. So we have 5,000 leads going out on Monday, 5,000 leads going out on Tuesday, and they're staggered. So it's not like people are on day 1, day 3, and day 5 all at the same time getting the same messages, or getting different messages, but they're all getting messages at the same time. But I got impatient and wanted to just run more volume and iterate more quickly. So we had dropped 500 in, then we dropped 1,000 in, then we waited a day and dropped another 1,000 in, then we dropped 4,000 in. So we had people on all 3 of the days getting copy at the same exact time, which made our N8N instance like accidentally text some people twice, and other people just like it just didn't send anything at all. Same thing. At one point our Cameo went down for a second, so we weren't sending messages, but we weren't tracking that those messages didn't actually get sent. So we never sent message 1 at all. The way that we fix that is obviously just making sure that we have everything connected and paid for, but also not trying to launch a new batch of leads every day, which I already knew. I was just impatient. But just be consistent with our schedule. We drop a new batch on Monday. We drop a new batch on Tuesday. That way we have outreach going out 6 days a week, but nobody is stepping on the toes of the other ones. It's just we running the rate limit issues. And I'm already on the $32 N8N self-hosted instance so, with DigitalOcean, so I know it wasn't like a data issue. Like, it was just too much. It was really just too much at that like immediate moment, not just too much in general. So other things that we learn when we break stuff, we figure out why we break it, and it gives us an opportunity to fix it and then put a better process in front of the rest of the world. What I do is after Lovable spits out the UI, I push it to GitHub and continue in Cursor. Feel like Cursor understands the structure better once the code becomes big. So to answer your question a few minutes ago,
yeah, that is true.
He's got like I like it. So connect GitHub and Lovable, and then obviously connect GitHub and Cursor, and use Cursor to actually tweak the Supabase from there.
I feel like Lovable is really good for like internal tools, little landing pages, and like little one-page apps. Once you get outside of that, it does get a little. Its ability to understand the context is a little limited. My like new method I've been doing is I connected Claude to my file system and then gave it access to like my dev folder and stuff. And so I'm having a conversation with Claude. We're walking through what I want the app to be. And once I get to a certain point, I say, okay, go and create the files. It goes and creates the files in my folder. And then I can open that up in Cursor and then take it from there. And that's been.
Yeah. I remember when the MCPs first came out, or at least file system access first came out back in like April is when the file system was like functional, and we went down like a deep rabbit hole of just like trying to build a bunch of MCP servers all like for like it was just one of those times where we were supposed to be working on something else. We got super excited, and then like 6 hours went by. Right?
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah,
I was at Andy at the time.
Yeah, you were like, I need to run, and then we just spent like 6 hours.
That's the best.
Like just working on MCP tools.
Oh yeah, I don't even remember what we were supposed to be doing at that moment. I think we were
just like playing around with it.
Yeah.
Like I was asking questions, and you were like going.
Because that's around the time when we reached out to another batch of, we were targeting the business owners. So the deal source execution plan that we gave over to you guys, we were running that back in April. I think we were getting it all ready for April, during April, and then May we finally launched it. We were actually probably doing program stuff. I don't know. We had a bunch of things going on at that point. We were like, oh, we want to code this. We want to learn this new skill. We want to. It was just ridiculous. But the tech rabbit hole. The tech rabbit hole it can be a scary place to go down.
Can suck you in.
Will you run through the outreach numbers of 1,000 sent, response rate, appointment set, app set? How many appointments will be needed before clients come through on board? What you guys just did with your latest batch, you did 500 contacts reached out to and 3 appointments booked, which is really good. Yeah. Usually, I can just share my data. Roland, I'll just share my screen with you.
That's a 0.006%.
Yeah, and I typically assume that we're going to get point 0.0. I think you might have added 0.03. So 0.0. Did you? I think you added an extra 0 on that.
Did I?
Yeah.
So I'm 0.006. Is that right?
0.06.
That's a 1/6 of 1%.
We typically expect 3 appointments for every 1,000 contacts. So you are doubling.
Oh, nice.
You're doubling what I would typically expect.
Nice.
And we also are seeing improvements in hours as well. But it's always going to be roughly around there, Roland. We typically expect to set our expectations conservatively is about 3 per 1,000. But let me just pop open my... Do I have mine? Yeah, I think I don't have it published yet because I kind of like just using it here. So we have, and keep in mind that like this is a campaign that the first maybe 6,000 contacts or so in here, we were doing a lot of testing with, and that was that week where I was saying like we tried like 5 different variations of the copy, and some of them we doubled, so like the actual messages weren't getting sent out. And then the next 4,000 are particular to a finance industry list that I'm testing to see if our general copy can work for specifically reaching out to financial services. But that list we put in is actually not the best list. I'm willing to do a bunch of tests and iterations and experiment to see if there's something that I would typically think isn't going to work will work, because I don't want to just assume that things don't work. Even if I think they don't work, I test first. So these campaigns have been from kind of testing things that I'm not sure if they're going to work, but I want to capture data on them and iterate quickly. But about 4,000 of these leads were well targeted. They had the good copy and the good messaging, and that's where most of these leads got booked. We booked, these are the 12 appointments that I had said we had booked last week. So between the follow-ups that we're following up with now, the 2 that we met with and just disqualified, we had 4 that did not show up, and another 2 that are scheduled, and we just have not updated the pipeline here, because I know that I think these 2, these 2 are on are on Dex's calendar for later this week. They booked last week, but they booked in advance. The follow-ups are all people that we met with. 2 or 3 out of these 4 are what I would say a good opportunity. One of them is a pitch that I'm gonna make. It's a $50 million flooring company that I've now met with twice, and we have our offer call scheduled on Tuesday, so I will likely be doing that live here. I don't remember what time the call is scheduled, but if it's if it's in between, it's actually scheduled for 9 a.m. my time, so I won't do it live, but I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards. But of the 12 appointments that were booked, we disqualified 2 of them. Another 4 no-showed, so we're following up with them. We have another 2 that are scheduled for later. The ones that we did talk to that we have follow-ups with, one of them is a $50 million flooring company that I'm making an offer to help operate and grow, as well as help them grow through acquisition. So we're actually going to do deal sourcing with them. Again, this is hypothetical because it doesn't count until contracts are signed and money is in hand. We just spun up this dashboard for our campaigns launching last week. So these are not the results from what we've been doing for the last year. This is literally just like 8 days of outreach here. That's it. But in just 8 days, we've got this $50 million opportunity. We have another commercial lighting company doing about $3 million in revenue that somebody else in our program is going to make the offer to operate. He just got the NDA back from that company and is meeting with the owner and their accounting team today or tomorrow to
I
be
think
able to.
Dex is here though.
Dex, are you here?
Yeah, I've been here for a long time.
My boy, I did not know that. I'm so sorry. I didn't see the.
You good? Good.
I have the side panel. But anyways, Dex is making an offer with the commercial lighting company to see if there's some room for him to work in. And he's already built that relationship, right? So he knows that there's an opportunity. But again, we don't count anything until contracts are signed, cash is in hand. There's a direct mail company doing about $25 million. That's also one of these follow-ups that I just got the NDA back and the financials back from 2 days ago. And I'm going to go through them a little bit. I'm going to get them evaluation as well and see what purchase price might look good for it. We're being a bit slower with this. We're not just sending people straight to evaluation because we want to work out opportunities to grow with them and have ownership in the exit. So it just means a little bit more time to build the relationship and find out truly what is the best opportunity for them. So it's not like a one size shoe fits all. We really do take the time to understand what is this particular owner situation. And
However, all of the back end type stuff is industry specific and repeatable. So it's essentially, yes, we want to have a custom solution for the owner that we meet with, but from an industry standpoint,
Yeah.
financial modeling systems, they're all agnostic and already tailored towards their industry and repeatable.
all the systems we'll put in are the same systems, but to know we have different value props for each owner. For example, some owners want to sell right now. Okay, well then they don't need us to come in and grow their business. We can refer them to, and then we have different relationships, right? We have an advisor that is specific to one certain industry and is going to be the best fit, but that advisor has requirements like this business has to be doing at least $1 million in profit, and they have to be home services, right? They have to be a blue collar business. So we have to uncover that to be able to say, okay, and then we have to make sure that the owner wants to meet with an advisor. So that's what I'm talking about. Is like, it's not we don't customize our tech systems very much because we don't really need to. We make agnostic systems that are like plug and play. Just make sure you plug them in with the right context. But we offer free valuations to business owners. So the owners that want a valuation, we have to uncover that and see if that's the best opportunity for them, and then get them that free valuation. For the ones that want to grow, though, I'm making custom offers, or we let somebody else in our partnership program make that offer. But I'm here pretty much to make sure that everybody, both on the business owner side and our partner side and the business buyer side, everybody's on the same page, everybody has the resources they need, and everybody can get paid with a smile on their face. So that's just to answer your question, Roland. About 6,000 of these are unresponsive. Another about 4,000 are in the lead stage, which means that they are still in the outreach system. We have about 337 that replied. We have about 17 that have shown even more interest since their initial reply. These are the ones that have already been scheduled, and they've at least been scheduled at least 12, and then we've had other stages with them. The D&D is just people we've removed from the list, so it might be it was the wrong person, or it might be they asked to, not get contacted anymore, or they cursed, right? When people like cuss or say something mean to the AI, we're just like, all right, well, it's funny to us because we're like, you just said F off to an AI. To us, it's just like a haha. But
I want to say something here too.
What's up?
In that total spend, that is also factoring in your lead exporting costs and not just running the campaign, because most of that spend right there is exporting leads at a premium. And now with the new database that we've been creating from seller intent, we're able to parse that for a way different price point.
Yeah,
so
look at this here.
So I'm also very excited to release that from a data perspective of being able to get high quality data, but still be able to pass that to the masses for very cheap.
Yeah, of this
leads are the huge, that's most of what you're spending. So if you think about it in terms of ads, even with that conversion rate to appointment, it's still so high from the actual cost of the campaign if you take out the outliers of what the lead export cost is.
Yeah. Really the only thing in here that's going to stay decently high is SMS, because that's where most of our conversations happen. The leads, this is a cost I already spent, right? This is, I purchased 100,000 leads from Zoom Info, I don't know, 5-6 months ago, and I spent $26,000 on it, right? So I'm just factoring in that I spent 26 cents a lead on these specifically. So that's already a cost that I dropped. That's not a new cost, but I'm tracking it anyways because I want to know. Nobody else is ever going to see a cost like this because we don't offer leads at 26 cents a lead, right? We have taken the time to go build better systems to get better quality leads for way less, and then we're able to offer those to other people at a significant discount. So you won't ever have to pay 26 cents a lead. It's going to be over half over half less than that. I don't know,
Potentially.
more than 50% less than that, or maybe 50%, maybe twice as much. It just depends. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe twice, because like especially with when our data continues to come back and we get more data from our seller intent, like that's exactly what we're about to practice or see from this new campaign that I'm about to launch. And then also when we further enrich, name match, all of those things to make sure that we don't get any wrong number or any like problems when trying to get in contact.
Yeah.
But I just imported some leads and I'm ready to roll.
Okay, cool. Let me just see what Roland just asked. One more question real quick. Sorry. Can you explain a little on what happens when send to valuation? If we send them to evaluation, it's pretty straightforward. We just fill out a valuation form with them. Sorry, let me just put in some stuff here, and then I want to get you guys to launch because we're about to close this thing up in just a moment. But we'll spend the extra 5 minutes to launch and get going. If I didn't have I have a client meeting, but valuation form, we ask all the questions that we need to know about their business and how it operates. And then we collect financial documents, last 2 years of accounts, 6 months of bank statements, etc. This is just one of the brokers who are offering us valuations because we have a agreement with them and we worked it out. But pretty straightforward. His team goes and does the valuation and then gets a valuation and operations report back to the owner within 2 days. And then they meet with the owner to get them listed and find the buyers to close them. This broker specifically already has the relationship with the buyers. We also have our own relationship with another 1,000 strategic buyers and a handful of brokers. So our whole responsibility on that intro call, Roland, is just, we're here. I want to know what's the best fit for you, and then I can introduce you to the right party, or I can help you get to whatever stage you want to be before I introduce you to the right party. So it's like, do we got to put you in front of a broker, advisor, or buyer today? Or do we have to work with you first to then put you in front of a broker, buyer later and help you sell that business? But we set those expectations from day one. Boom. Okay, Sam, let's launch this thing.
Cool.
Let's actually just wait 5 minutes. I am seeing some errors and I'm just going through and fixing them really quick.
Okay. Well then, guys, we're gonna have to.
Trajan is having to jump in 4 minutes. What error?
All right, hit him. Well, it's
just the numbers.
Yeah, it was the numbers. I'm just making sure all the numbers are right. But I'm basically seeing it was only 2 numbers that weren't right, and I have added them now. So I just wanted to.
And those were the 2 numbers that I said yesterday that I made a mistake on.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. All right, go ahead and push it. I'll just fix it while it's going if there's any more.
That's what I like to hear. Fix it on the fly.
I'm gonna push in
2293. This is the launch.
Super simple.
I don't know why I guess it's just exciting because this is everybody else's first launch on the live stream, but
yeah.
Whoop whoop. This is the first step. Well, this is the second step, I guess, of building the $100 million pipeline. The first step is make sure that our data is right. So you got to watch us play with that for an hour. Yes. Food. Let's go. No, it's all good. I'm just live streaming. No big deal.
Well, half of it's mine.
Oh, it's yours?
Half of it.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't need all of it.
I don't need all of it. No, it's fine. First step is making sure that our data is good. Second step is putting the data into the system and launching. Technically, step 0 is make sure all the copy is good. We have the right message reaching the right people. That's the whole name of client acquisition. Make sure the right message reaches the right people, and you are going to see success. So we talked about how do we make sure it's the right message, right? Hype them up a little bit. Yeah, I care about your business, right? I've been following this company for a while. Something more specific about who they are, and then a genuine question to understand, what are their goals? Boom, right message, right people. Sam just showed you how we're cleaning up data to make sure we have the right industry, we have the right revenue, we have the right owner, we have the right phone number, we have the right email. That's the right person. And we put those 2 pieces together. We press the button, and we send it. We're sending the right message to the right people. Sorry. And voila, you will see thousands of people getting contacted, and we will let you guys know what is up on these results as we continue.
Yeah, they're going to see everything that we do. They're going to see us win. They're going to see us fail. They're going to see us break, build, reiterate, everything. So
come hang out again tomorrow at 11:25 a.m. Eastern until 1:25 p.m. Eastern. We will start promptly now that I've figured out how to use OBS. We'll be on time and ready to rock.
And people are also going to get like our end of day like recaps that we're posting in short form videos.
Share some. Let's
Also.
share some socials. Let me get some. You guys. You guys want some socials, right? They're saying yeah, they want some socials. And
Yeah.
they're saying it. I'm just assuming. Roland, Next Level Gamers, Wise Guys. I'm assuming you guys are nodding your head. We're gonna drop some socials so you guys can hang out with us on other platforms too. What's up?
And if you want to see a sneak peek, here it is. It's running. That's a lot of green.
That's a lot of greens. So Harrison, fix the thing real quick. Easy.
Yeah. Easy.
No worries. We'll show you the AI text automation tomorrow, so you'll get to see how our AI text writes the replies. You'll get to see more of the AI outreach messages. We'll show you some of the actual. We can't. I don't want to drill down in the conversations because I do want to try to protect some of these business owners' contact details just for privacy's sake. But if we accidentally expose something, I mean, it happens. Life goes on. No big deal. I won't cry about it. You're going to get to see the rest of how some of the technical systems work, but we'll start to dive deeper into the actual conversations in real time. Like, how are we booking with AI? And then you'll get to see also some of the appointments that we're taking with these people. So you're going to get the full process. Next Level Gamers asked, any tips for getting first client without testimonials or followers? Set up a system that runs to thousands of people with the right message to the right person, and it doesn't matter if you have a testimonial or not. If you genuinely care about the industry you're working in and you spend the time to do the research to understand the pain that these people are going through, and you ask the questions during your call, when you meet them, you don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to be convincing them that you are somebody you're not. You don't need testimonials to say, this is what I have done. You need to be curious enough to ask the right questions that makes it clear that you know how to uncover a problem. And by asking the right questions, you paint the picture that you are the person who can solve their problem for them. If you don't ask the questions and you spend the whole time trying to prove yourself, you don't actually care about that person whatsoever. You don't care about their business, and you're not the person who's going to solve any problems. But if you spend an hour asking them about where they're at right now, where do they want to go, what's stopping them from getting there, and drilling deep into each of those phases, it's going to paint itself. Like, the clear outcome that they need is going to make itself known to you. And whether you have those skills or have those resources or not, once you uncover the problem, you can go find somebody who has the skills that you need or has the systems that you need. Ask them to help you, and then you can partner to deliver value. All you need to do if you don't have any testimonials or you don't have any followers is put yourself out there. You can use an AI client acquisition system just like this one. Again, we show you the whole thing. Build it yourself because it's gonna give you those great skills, or join one of our programs or one of our communities, and we'll literally give you the system because that is what we do for our partners. So come partner with us if that's something that you can do, or learn to build it yourself. Or if you really can't do this and you have to do it manually, record some looms and DM some people. Okay, but do what you need to do to show up and genuinely care. And it doesn't matter if you have experience or anything. If you can ask a question and uncover a pain, then you will be successful. And just keep doing it. You're going to fail some, but failure doesn't exist if you never quit. Failure only exists if you quit. That's when you fail. If you don't quit, success is inevitable. Next Level Gamers, that's all I got for you. Much love to you. Wise Guy, thank you for being here. Philippe, thank you for being here. It might just be Philip, but I think I like Philippe, so thank you for being here. And Roland, just as usual, this is awesome. Thank you for being here.
We appreciate you guys.
Much love to you.
Yeah.
Every day for 30 days, we are going to show you how to build a $100 million pipeline using AI client acquisition systems. And really, again, we're just here to hang out because we love this and we love you guys. So thanks to everybody who's here. Harrison, Dex,
Perfect.
Sam, Enrique, Trey John, Infinite X, Omnira. Vol.
Also, we got to figure out how to get Trajan as How's the screen? I've been on the screen for like 90% of this live stream. I haven't even saying anything.
I just think I like looking at your face. No, I can change the views next time so we can be a bit more equitable here. That's the whole thing.
No, I don't mind my face, but I just Trajan's dropping gems, and he's just a little
Yeah,
guy up in the corner.
like, it is very inspirational. So, it seems like you do practice every night in the mirror.
Yeah, man. Last thing that I want to say is like over this next 30 days, like we are going to really find like what you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear, and I'd be very excited just to see how this evolves and if it just seeing how this evolves and being able to connect with everybody else over the time. So excited to connect with everybody and to start, just bringing our truth to light, and hopefully people get involved with what we're doing here as well. So I think it's big.
Yep. Join the school community. Come hang out, and we'll all share our socials there. You also get daily updates from us on everything that you miss outside of the live stream time. So we'll live stream for 2 hours, but we'll also catch you up on what happens before and what happens after. Join that school community. You'll see it all there. We'll drop our other socials. Follow us. We'll follow you back. Much love to ya. Can I say peace?
Yep. Peace.
Peace, guys.
I have to figure out how to stop this thing.